Hello and welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. We're continuing our war here with the Caristel Corporation. They have 20 planets left, and the hope is that by the end of this episode, we'll have most of them under our control, if not all of them. Keep trying to build these old ships, and I'm not sure why. Don't know why. But I will go ahead and assign these missions so that these attack fleets go to these different spots and do what they need to be doing. I do want to try to utilize as much as possible these enemy targets. Hey, look at this. Switched allegiance. So this just became ours. That's perfect. All right, we're already building this. We've already got that under construction. Let's go ahead and flag it to have that built. And then hopefully things will keep trending in my direction. Take a look at specifically war targets, because that's what I want to focus on. Looks like we're already doing a number on some of this stuff. I do want to queue up all these mining stations, because either I can destroy them, which will let me build my own, or I can capture them and then they become mine and I can start getting those resources, which would be awesome. So let's go ahead and flag all of those and then let the game start running. We did lose a couple generals there, which is unfortunate. My hope is that we're being at least somewhat intelligent about this, but I feel like probably not. There's even more stuff showing up in this queue now, so I think as we discover this stuff, it's just becoming more visible. Hey, we're actually mining and boarding platforms now. I did change some of my settings around to have them board the platforms whether we're in that system or not, so it's probably going to behave slightly differently, hopefully more towards what I want it to behave like. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, so Invasion Fleet 3 is what's there right now. Does not have a lot of troops. I don't think you have much of a chance of getting this. You do have a lot of troops piled up in this one already. I think maybe they're waiting on the rest of these ships to arrive that are flying from all over the galaxy. Hopefully our attack fleets are being somewhat productive. It looks like we have them flagged to do all sorts of stuff. All right, we did manage to take over this colony. Let's go ahead and get that built, get that built. It's all good stuff. These techs are finishing really quick, so I bumped it up to allowing 5 at a time. All right, we founded a new colony on top of all the rest of the things we're doing. I would definitely want to take a quick look at the colony screen just to see if there's a bunch of colonies that we could potentially do. Let's sort by suitability because that's what matters. And I would say there's a bunch, but there's definitely a couple we could colonize here. So let's go ahead and do that. Get these messages all off the screen. Not too pressed about them. I mean, they're so weak. I'm not even worried about this. We're just dumping troops on this, huh? I don't think that's gonna go that well for us. This is the downside of letting an AI control your fleet. It just randomly dumps troops that... I mean, that is Attack Fleet 8. There is a ton of troops there, so... Fortunately, a bunch of our generals died. We just didn't dump them all at the same time. We will very likely get this planet in the end. What are you doing? I mean, if you're attacking, attack. I don't know why these ships would be flying away. They should be dropping troops. All right, let's set you back on automatic. Apparently you're doing just fine. 44K. Lose a couple generals in the process, but you know, it is what it is. All right, cover that colony, and then let's go ahead and bump up all the good stuff. All right, they got to be running a little low on planets now. I think we took over, what, 2? 3? So they got 17 left. Got to keep going after them. We look at our invasion fleets. It looks like some of them are headed towards... Actually, multiple are headed towards planets. Mostly the same planet. Curious to see what this one does once this last ship arrives. Got 1 ship left that's coming in. It's going to the same place. So all our invasion fleets are flying to the same spot. But we just took it over, so they don't need to go there anymore. Or they'll just find another target. All right, this is the type of automation that I like, where we are just apparently overwhelmingly powerful compared to them, and we're just taking things over. Our agent's been captured. That's unfortunate. All right, looks like you're just gonna go to another planet in this same system. Actually, should probably be a no-brainer, I would think. Jeez, look at that. I almost feel bad for him. There's only a couple people defending, so this should definitely be a pretty straightforward smash and grab. I do feel like with this much cash, we should probably build even more invasion fleets, but we haven't even fully repopulated the ones that we have, so maybe I should wait a little bit longer. All right, we got a Doomy. Translax 3 is now ours as well. That's this guy here. Or 2. We already had 3, right? Pretty sure that's the case. All right, let's go ahead and get that built. Hopefully the automation will re-scoop up our troops. I imagine it will. We are making very good progress against these guys. Like Attack Fleet 3 is heading over here, so there must be something in this system. Looks like it's just a mining station, but now we're going after that. No. We are not going to peace at all. I am going to dominate every single thing. Go ahead, look at enemy targets. Colonies are all flagged. I think bases are mostly flagged, if not all flagged. Yes, they are. And then fleets, I think we're just chasing after a single fleet. Nothing too crazy there. So I'm not even worried about the bombard fleets, because we have such an overwhelming military force right now that it just doesn't matter. We're just invading with a ton of troops, just dumping them on the planet, and that's good enough. All right, let's go ahead and pop into the old research, because we are doing 5 at a time, so we'll do a little bit of that. I think torpedoes could be good. Definitely troops, just because we're doing so much with that. Hyperdrive speed's always a good idea. Keep bumping the armor up. I'm not sure if it'll ever catch up to the super armor, but we could at least try. All right, looks like we are heading over to multiple places. Some of them very far away. Well, that's not too surprising given that we only attacked a small amount. All right, I hope whatever they're flying over there for gets resolved quickly. Probably these planets, I would imagine. We gotta wipe those out at some point. Let's check out our colonies. I'm pretty sure most of them have already been flagged for terraforming, but yeah, none of them require terraforming, so let's just put it back to all. We're 81 million military strength, which is fantastic. We definitely dwarf the Kuristal Corporation, who's got like 100k left. How are we doing against the Haspis? I mean, according to this, we have a lot more than them, but there's probably a lot of stuff off the screen that I can't see. So it doesn't necessarily mean for sure that that is the case. I did adjust my spies to do all the different types of missions, just because we can now, so might as well. All right, new colony. Let's go ahead and get these things built. Restricted trade agreement. No, I don't want any agreement with you. All right, I'm hoping. Yeah, okay, we did end up landing more troops on there. Pretty sure they have troops in here too, though. So why have we not, like, attacked that? They switched alliance. Didn't we just invade them and take them over? All right, I feel like we should definitely, let's see, invasion fleet 8. No, we're not normally a combat fleet. All right, I think we should definitely attack these guys, though. Why do we jump away? Why do we jump away? I mean, they jumped away, but still. We had an opportunity. Right, let's pop over here, see if we can harass them a little bit. If we could take out any of these ships, it would be amazing, particularly this one. If we could take one out that's got a ton of troops on it. Very nice. Alright, we just totally posed them. What do they even have left in here? And where are they going? Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're way better off than they are. Alright, so let's take a quick gander here and see what we're currently attacking. The bombard fleets are doing nothing, but that's not surprising given that we usually have to direct them to do something. Like we're capturing some mining bases, which is fine. Probably go repair somewhere. Didn't we build like a central hub base somewhere over in this region? I'm pretty sure we did. Yes. Okay. Why don't you guys all come here, refuel, repair, whatever you need to do. I think the majority of us are just flying over here. Still trying to figure out whatever we're gonna do over here. Looks like there's a planet over here that is ripe for the picking, which I guess is what we're doing right now. I hope while we're over there, the AI takes all of it out and doesn't just like take this, fly over here to do this, fly back over there to do that. I hope it's a little smart about its locations. It should be. I think it normally does a pretty good job at that. But we do have a couple planets over here we could definitely take, and we haven't done that yet. They're all dogpiling on this one planet. All right, they don't have a ton of troops left. I destroyed a bunch of their troops. They only have 1,300 troop strength, which is not a lot of troops. I was waiting for this torpedo damage to tick over. I think it finally did. We are invading that planet. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't want to be zoomed in on that. That's gonna water my computer. All right, looks like we're taking that very easily. All right, build one of these, one of these. Everybody should be happy. All right, if we look at war targets, let's see what they all go and pivot to. I think most of them are heading to this Yesler system. All right, do the enemies have a presence in here? I mean, something has to be here, right? If we're sending all these fleets. Yeah, I mean, we wiped out the only planet they had. All right, looks like they're splitting up a little bit. A couple attack fleets are going after some stuff. There we go. That's what I wanted these micro attack fleets to be doing. Take over these mining stations. Oh, they're offering to end our war. I don't think so. All right, we have a full availability again to research more reusable techs. So I think I'm gonna keep bumping up the planetary there. I don't know, sensor power. I don't know if we need to, but Might as well, I guess. I don't think there's any meaningful component replication here. Let's go ahead and start with bombers, and then we'll work our way through the rest of them. All right, first invasion failed. Hopefully second invasion goes better. I got to imagine it will. I don't think they're going to be building any new mining stations. I don't think I'll let them. They're not even going to be able to like get out of their base that they have. Take a quick look at our fleets and see where we are at as far as the attack fleets go and the invasion fleets. I think they're all gearing up to attack something. Now, invasion fleet 8. I did set them to attack stuff, so I hope that'll be okay. Alright, I got to imagine anything they throw at us is going to be worth, you know, pretty much less than nothing. Alright, here's another new colony. We are creeping up on 300 planets in our empire. They're attacking my poor mining stations. Alright, we took this planet over. Go ahead and terraform it, get it all ready. We're really beating them down now. I think they only got a couple systems left. We got one up here too, so we gotta keep an eye on that. But if we look at this, I meant this, 11 planets left. So we got 11 planets to go, and then we own everything that they had, and our war weariness can start recovering at that point. Oh, 2 of the colonies are actually used to be our colonies that they still have. So I got to imagine we'll get them back pretty soon. Oh yeah, it's not gonna be a thing at all. I'm not building these stupid Zuras. Why do you keep trying to build these? Let's click off, click on. I think that was still built. So that is a non-issue. Do they have another planet in here? No. There it goes. I was wondering why that link was still there. Usually that's only there if they have a planet. Alright, I gotta imagine we'll automate coming over here soon. So these guys are really happy with us. They have a decent military strength. 78 planets. These guys, 221 planets. These guys have 97. Although their strength is apparently pretty low. Not really sure why. I'd like to pull them into a war with these guys, but they're probably reluctant. I imagine they're pretty beat up at this point. Part of me wants to take out the day just because they're similar color, and I'm just tired of looking at a mixed screen, but it would be kind of pointless. I think I'd rather focus my efforts on these guys here. These guys are going to be nasty to deal with. All right, let's take a look at our invasion fleets. Looks like we're relatively low on troops. Well, it looks like we're not even trying to stock up. We're just sending multiple fleets to dogpile onto a planet, which is fine if it works. What are these attack fleets doing? Looks like they're clearing out some of the planets before we send our invasion fleets there. Now, didn't I make a ship that was capable of generating fuel? Pretty sure I did. Or did I modify our current fuel ship, our fuel tanker, to do that? Let me take a look at the fuel tanker. Energy to fuel converter. Yeah, so this converts energy to fuel, and then it can do remote fuel transfer. Okay, so we know people named Jatari have a tendency to be the best ones. Let's go look at our ambassadors. Sort by name. And let's find our Jotari. Lijar. Now, actually, there's a chance this Jotari is not the good one. All right, where's Rhett? That's actually a negative. So it will be Jotari. we will side with. Don't want the negative stuff if I don't need it. Go ahead and build up this stuff. Ah, that's the planet he was on. All right, I have pretty much unlimited money at this point. So I should probably build up some more fleets. Let's go ahead and build up new attack fleet. Build some smaller defense fleets. And then probably another 2 invasion fleets. Let's make sure those are all set correctly. What's that? Attack fleet 11. This is defense fleet 6. And then the 2 invasion fleets, I think we're looking at what, 11 and 12. All right, what's going on here? We're invading an enemy colony. We appear to be outnumbered. Hopefully we have more people joining soon. I don't see anybody close by. So that's a little concerning. Or hopefully we actually have an overwhelming force and I just don't realize it yet. I mean, it looks like we are outnumbering them now. Well, outpowering them. The problem is when our units are just getting extra power from the generals, when each one of ours dies, it loses a significantly higher percentage of power. So there's a good probability we actually will lose here. Yeah, see, as we're losing troops, our power is going down faster than theirs is. Not for nothing. We will lose several generals, some which are pretty good. It'll be very unfortunate. Probably have a similar thing going on here. I wish they'd just fill up with troops like all the way before invading. That would be super ideal. Go ahead and add a little more fighter speed and stuff on there. Bump up the engines. Bump up the hyperdrive again. Might as well focus on trying to get to places quicker, right? Because that's what we got to do, is move fast. It looks like we really piled onto this planet. So this one will very likely be taken over just fine. Even though it has a ton of troops, it looks like. Hopefully we have more troops land before these get wiped out. Otherwise, that's going to be very problematic. And we're going to lose all of those generals. Which is what looks like is going to happen. Cool, cool, cool. Why do I leave the AI to do stuff? Bye, generals. Right, now, how many generals do we have? I got to imagine we actually have a lot. So maybe it won't be so bad. Although they're dying in mass. Hey, we took a planet. Wait, we got a tech? What tech could we possibly have had? Extra improved engine thrust? All right, we got some new generals out of that, so I guess it wasn't completely useless. Take a look at where we're at with enemy targets. Looks like they're not putting as much emphasis on these stations as I would have hoped. I think they're focusing on the colonies more than anything. That does appear to be the case. So maybe once I'm done invading a couple more of these colonies, I will leave one of them alone and then just focus on taking out as many of the bases as possible, just to convert them all over to me. Although I don't know, if I take them over, do I become the owner of all their bases? I don't know for sure how that works. We're definitely losing that one. Holy cow. It looks weak, but then all the population piles on, and then you're done. All right, let's talk to some of these other people and see if we can get some of our... Just see if we have any spies or anything we can get back. Looks like we certainly have a plenty here. Sure, I'll contact an unknown empire. All right, it says you'll reject it, but I got to imagine at one point you'll accept it. Can I make this go up any faster? This wasn't one thing like 24 billion. Hey, we're getting close. They will likely accept this deal. I'm asking for a planet. Okay. We have just broke 300 planets. So this one began with an L, right? So let's look at name. Was it this one? I'm pretty sure it was this one. Yeah, it looks like it has all the stuff on it. Go ahead. Do a little terraforming, even if it's already says it's done. Hey, it's a pirate faction. Okay. So I guess we could also do that. We have not finished wiping out these pirates yet, so we probably should just take them out. All right, we're canceling our protection agreement with these guys. What's going on here? Oh boy. What happened? I clicked on their flag and it sent me spinning. Do they not have a base anymore? Is that the problem? All right, we're definitely going to cancel our non-aggression pact. This deep in the game, I definitely don't need that anymore. All right, hopefully it won't freak out when I unpause. All right, looks like it's okay. Let's see if we can have a little conversation with you guys. Looks like you're willing to give me a bunch of mining stations, maybe. How many of these mining stations are you willing to give me? I mean, I'll take as many as I can get. It's more resources for me. Are they really going to give me all of those mining stations? For a little bit of cash? No problem. All right, we took over we colonized another planet here. Let's go ahead and get that built. I think we're invading a planet over here. We are. I mean, I got to imagine eventually we're going to break through that. I don't know why it keeps building these destroyers. They're really bad. All right, let's take a quick look at our fleet. Our military looks like it's doing pretty well, 92 million. Go ahead, build this stuff. Is this a new planet that we haven't built yet? No, we already looked at that one. All right, so we're good there. Like we're moving on another colony here. This is their big one. So hopefully we're dogpiling stuff on. Doesn't look like it. Maybe it's not their biggest one. All right, we are continuing to expand. All right, hopefully this will be pretty quick. Looks like it. Yeah, we'll definitely win this one. I don't have much doubt about that. Hope we get over there. Right. Do a little scouring. Be okay. Hey, I don't know. I could leave it on automatic tech. I'm just not sure if it'll do what I expect it to do. Go ahead and do that. Did we not research any of these yet? It says one time. All right, let's see what happens as a result of researching those techs. Hopefully we will break through relatively soon. Scour the colony. That is the wrong thing. I wanted to build this. Okay, so man, we are destroying these guys. They only have, it looks like 4 systems left. Yep, 4. I think the hope is, I mean, let's leave this one for now. And then we can take this one out, and then hopefully we'll just keep making a little progress here. So that one's the furthest away, and it's like right in the center of these guys. So that would actually be a good last one to end on, because then we're positioned to invade these guys next. All right, let's see if we can negotiate any sort of deal with these guys. They certainly have a lot of mining stations. Will they be silly and let me just take all their mining stations? Be kind of awesome if they did. Now, I think these, I don't know, given the benefit of the doubt, maybe these are all the ones that are in my territory. So I'd just be buying it from them. All right, looks like they will let me buy them all out. That's something new. Underwater Leviathan. Right, these will all flip to me, and then it should do like an in-place upgrade of all of them. I want to see this. Okay. Alright, I feel like we just made a lot of progress towards getting our mining stuff taken care of. This is actually the one I wanted to do last. So let's do these other ones first. It looks like we're really dogpiling on a lot of these planets. Take a look at the mining now that we've converted a lot of those over to us. Actually, we're a lot more positive than we were. We're not completely positive, but we're more positive. Still very negative on Hexadorium. Still only 18 mining locations. So not super great, but better. I don't think there's much need for us to do a lot of this stuff at this point. We still have a bunch of construction ships that are just sitting around doing nothing. Our research tech is absurd. I think we are invading somewhere. Here we are. All right, so this is being invaded. Is this a different planet? No, it's the same one. I hope we're eventually gonna commit a little bit more than that, because that's not going to be enough to take them out. Although it is taking out their defensive facilities. But if we don't get more troops over there to the land, we're going to lose, which is very unfortunate. Let's take a quick gander at... I don't want you to attack over there. Take a look at our invasion fleets. I mean, some have a decent amount of troops on them. And some are loading more troops. We have more troops, at least more troop strength under production now, 1.2 million. Some of these are bone dry, but there's a decent amount that have, you know, 11, 12, 15, 20,000 on it. So hopefully once they're done loading troops, they'll actually go attack the enemy. And we don't need this many people in there. We already have 11 million strength there. I don't know what adding more is going to do. All right, this invasion fleet attacking that planet should pretty much finish it off. Invasion fleet 10 has 27,000 troops in it. So if they get over there, that should be good. Oh, they are there. There is not where I was looking. All right, this should be a breeze now. What's going on with this one? Yep, both of these should fall. No, I don't want a defense pact. All right, we took over both of those colonies. It looks like we're going after this one, even though I told them not to. We'll probably lose, which is fine, because I actually want that to be the last one we go after. Who did we just take over? Land is one. Go ahead and build those up. And then we did take over somebody else. Colony conquered. That was these guys over here. They already had that, but we can go ahead and build up something that will repair that damage. Invasion Fleet 7. I'm going to tell you to stop doing whatever you're doing. I actually told you not to invade that planet. But I have a strong suspicion you're not going to listen to me anyway. Yeah, they're going to go after it anyway. That's fine. Whatever. It is what it is. Kind of hoping we spend a little more time going after the bases here. But it looks like it's doing them one at a time. I don't understand, because like each one of these fleets could absolutely spread out and take one of these mining stations. All right, this should be the end of the Kuristel Corporation after we take the last two planets. And rampant negative 80 war weariness. That is brutal. Oh, we're not researching anything. You know what? I'm just curious. If I put the automated research on, will it research the recurring techs? Doesn't seem like it is. I mean, eventually this has to catch up, right? This is rating 300, rating 217. So, I mean, eventually should be good. And what I could do, oh, I did add automated crash research. Not that I think we're actually going to do it. Stop building these Zurus. Take a look at what's going on here. So that is their last colony. We have successfully taken over all but one of the Kuristel Corporation, which is the last planet here. And I got to imagine that we are going to do everything we can. I think we're working on the bases right now, but ultimately I think I guess I could just take the planet over. That would be fine. You just keep dumping troops in. I think that was Invasion Fleet 7. Still has some troops, but not a lot. All right, let's take a quick gander at the new colonies screen. There's one colony left that we can grab. We're at 311 colonies now, rapidly growing. All right, let's see what our fleets are up to. I'm hoping some of these larger fleets are eventually going to head over and attack the Kurstal Corporation, their last planet. Let's top up these ships as well. We have auto top up turned on. I feel like they're not really doing that, especially for the invasion fleets. All right, we're pretty rapidly creeping up past 1,000,000 power, which is insane. I don't know if I've ever had a fleet that powerful. Where are you guys going now? The entire Navy is going to attack a single mining station, which seems like a giant waste of fuel and resources, but you know, who am I? All right, my hope is that the invasion fleets, yeah, looks like some of them are starting to load some troops up, some are retrofitting, some are still attacking the last planet. I'm hoping once these are done retrofitting, they will continue to attack that last planet. Our troop attack strength is still increasing. It's like 1.2 million now. I know we told the garrison forces to increase as well, so some of that isn't just offensive attack, some of it's defensive troop strength on the planets. Part of me just wants to manually send maybe this fleet over. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just send this fleet directly here to attack. I don't know how we haven't taken this out already. Maybe we already had. Invasion Fleet 7. Gotta imagine you could take out this spaceport. Matter of fact, we could probably, well, my guess is the troop transports will get here quicker, but I think we could get the bombard fleets over here. Have them start bombarding the planet. Should be pretty straightforward. How are we not destroying this by now? All right, let's hop back into the research here. Definitely should focus on the armor, right? Because ultimately we're going to want to use that. Armors, shield, hyperdrive, reactor. Keep bumping it all up. All right, this thing is almost destroyed. You're flying from across the map, so it's going to take you a hot minute to get there. But you are relatively close. Can we negotiate a deal to buy your stuff out? No. A couple things. Every time we research that hyperdrive tech, our speed across the galaxy gets faster and faster with our fleets, which is nice. Yeah, we're at 2.5 million now. Pretty soon we're just going to be zipping across the screen. Alright, I'm going to send you back on automatic. You still have troops somehow. And you have not invaded with those troops. Alright, well once you get there, I'm sure you'll clean everything up. I'm a little surprised more of these invasion fleets aren't topping their troops up, like no mission, no mission, no mission. So hopefully they will. Oh, apparently we did invade. Still don't know if that'll work out in my favor. Nope, they got wiped. But we did damage a bunch of their troops in the meantime. They only have a couple left. We have a very large invasion fleet heading over there. Let's take a look at the bases. Got to imagine. Nope, we only got one fleet going after a single base, which is a little silly. Looks like they're all piling in over here now. I don't know how we haven't finished wiping out the pirates. I feel like that's something that should have already happened. Alright, this bombard fleet is heading over there, but I don't think we actually need to. I think we will have plenty of troops without having to worry about that. Oh, there's no planetary shield. Interesting. We actually should be able to attack relatively straightforward here and just dogpile on. Ain't no thing. Alright, so the Kuristel Corporation has been annihilated. Cannot click on this planet for the life of me. Okay, that is the last of the Kuristel. Let's get everybody back on automatic. Except for the bombard fleets. We don't need to worry about that. Invasion fleets are all good. Looks like some of them are going to load troops, which is exactly what I would want them to do. And I guess the question is now, Kuristel Corporation is gone. Do we still have all these targets to attack? It appears to be that way. Is it just still recalculating? I got to imagine, because they have no colonies left. So let's give it a little time to think. Because this war should be over, and it's not. Although it says they still own a colony. So where is the last colony that they own? Also Ace, it looks like. Where did I destroy a troop? Uh-oh. Something's happening. Alright, looks like the game is unsticking finally. Just now factoring in that we took over that colony, even though we've already like built facilities on it and stuff. Kind of crazy. Alright, so that took care of that. Our war is over officially. The Kuristel Corporation is gone. And everything is on its way forward. Okay. So, I think we are going to call it an episode there as soon as I add a couple more techs in the hopper, just so that next episode we're good to go. I don't need to worry about it. Probably more engine stuff, I'd imagine. Anything that helps us move better is definitely worth the research points. Okay, so I'm thinking all of the mining bases that were owned by the Kuristel Corporation, I believe, likely became mine. So let's take a quick look and just see the mining stuff real quick. We have 1,348 mining locations. We have 21 locations mining hexadorium, which does mean that we do own more locations. So things have definitely gone in the right direction there. I'm going to let the war weariness tick down, I think, to 0. And then I'll think about taking out the Haspis Guild. So I think that's probably next on our list of things to do. Go ahead and take a look at the victory conditions. Looks like we are ahead of the Haspis Guild. We are 51% and they are 48%, which I think is what it was last time, or very close to what it was last time. So I don't think I'm going to dump any more onto the Akuro Commune or the Wary Day Tyranny. Although I really want to take them out just to get rid of the color on the screen. And then we can go towards the Haspis Junction Guild, I think, next. Maybe I will take them out first. Maybe it'll help boost me forward a little bit. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll see where they're at. But thank you for watching. If you liked the episode, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel to see more content in the future. We'll catch you in the next episode.